This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Hey, great friends, what's going on? It is Friday. Friday from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. This is Kaplan and Crew. We are on the radio on 1090. We are on television tonight on Channel 4 San Diego, Channel 4 Santa Barbara, Channel 118 Orange County in LA if you've got Cox or Spectrum Cable. We're on YouTube. The chatlins are just starting to get into the live chat right about now. We're on all the different audio podcast platforms.
I need to confirm that we're on your view today.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, I don't think
there's
we
the
are.
San Diego State is playing BYU in basketball tonight, right?
Yeah.
So, well, I guess I'm just. Do we?
I
think what happens is after the basketball game tonight between San Diego State and BYU, I think we come on afterwards.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I'm checking.
I'm checking. Yeah. Okay. Let me know. If not, we're on it all the time on Cox Your View. Channel 4 San Diego is our home base. Okay. So I'm really excited about today's show, and let me explain why. Because you see, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it was me, Browner, and Lawhead. And Alex had gotten done with his wedding on Sunday and took a few days off just to kind of have a little mini honeymoon. And Alex, I think you'll agree, I did a pretty good job of leaving you alone even while you were on your little mini honeymoon, didn't I?
Yes.
I mean, you know me, I'm kind of a traditional pain in the ass. I need you. I don't care that you're on your honeymoon.
Mm-hmm.
I need you. I need help. Come on, help me out here. Like I pretty much did a good job of leaving you alone.
I agree.
Yeah. Browner here did a phenomenal job over those 3 days with one minor, tiny little exception, which was on Monday, he didn't put the audio into the audio podcast, which really hurts the audio podcast. It really hurts.
That's not what happened. Again, I will repeat to people, it was my mistake. There was audio in there. It was just the last segment.
Imagine, Alex, going 2 hours of no audio only to get to the last segment of audio.
So for people to say there was no audio in there was audio in there. It just was muted. So that was my bad. I take full responsibility for the muted segments, but they were in there. They were just muted.
How about that?
So the whole show was muted?
No, sir. You're not. See, again, you're not listening to what I'm saying.
5 of the 6 segments were all muted.
Yes, sir.
On YouTube too.
No.
On audio
How does that
podcast.
work on audio? Don't you see the wavelength?
Right. You go to Spotify, you're like, it's on. I can't hear it. And like you're pushing the volume on your phone, you're turning it on.
The phone's broken.
What the hell's wrong with my phone? I can't hear it. Only to find out that Browner accidentally muted 5 of the 6 segments. And then we started to get tweets on Monday like, yo, what's up with the audio on the audio podcast? And Browner comes back on Tuesday, and this is his quote. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
My bad, y'all.
It was it. It was my mistake. It was what they call a self-error.
All right.
A self-made error. I made that myself.
Yeah, my bad, y'all.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. I own that. That was on me. But it was sound in there. It was just muted.
Yeah,
That's
my
funny.
bad, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Once we got that tweet, though, Browner went back in and fixed it. But all in all, I got to say, great week. And the reason I'm so excited about today, Friday, is because a lot of people will take today off because it's Veterans Day. And happy Veterans Day. Hats off to all veterans out there. Okay. Really, we appreciate what you have done and what you do. Like, I mean, yesterday was the Marine Corps birthday. I saw a bunch of Marines. I was like, hey, man, thanks for your service. Appreciate you guys. Okay, cool. Today's Veterans Day. I call my dad. I'm like, hey, Dad, happy Veterans Day, my man. And so, a lot of people will post pictures of their granddads and their parents and anybody who's in the military, and that's cool. Happy Veterans Day to everybody. We could have taken today off, but Alex had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off. He came back to work yesterday. I had to take the day off yesterday, and I just wanted all of us to be back together again before we hit the weekend. So I understand that it's Friday and that it's Veterans Day and that people's driving patterns will change, which will change how people listen on radio. I still think we'll have all of our YouTube chatlins here, and people can catch up over the weekend on the audio podcasts, assuming, of course, that the audio is really there. But I'm just happy we're all back together because Alex, I haven't seen you since the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure you probably talked about this a little bit yesterday, but how you doing, man? How's married life treating you, pal?
Oh, it's great. It's exactly the same as it was on Friday of last week. It's literally exactly the same. It's been going really good. I'm tired. There's a long week, very long weekend of stuff. I haven't fully recovered yet, for some reason, but everything is great, Scott. And the only thing you missed that I talked about yesterday, we didn't talk a lot about it, was the after party shenanigans because you bailed.
Yeah.
You Irish goodbye it, I think, and
Yep.
which I
I
was,
did. And by the way, I Irish goodbye it with no guilt at all because when Rachel was like, "Well, really, we should just leave like Irish goodbye."
yeah,
I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, why is that okay?" I'm like, "Cuz that's what Alex would do.
mm-hmm,
He's an
yeah.
Irish goodbye guy."
Yeah, I like to leave. I like me personally. I don't mind if you came and said bye to me. Obviously, me personally, I am an Irish goodbye. I like to leave the couple alone. I'll say bye to people around me, but I like to
Mhm.
leave. They're just busy. That's the way I operate. So I respect. That's my move. It's the go
Well, I mean,
to.
I thought Browner at what point on the wedding on Sunday night, once Browner was like, "Yo, all right, I'm out of here. I got to deal with, people, little
Yeah.
people." He's like, "I got to go." And once Browner was like, "I got to go." I'm like, "Okay, I think it's probably time for us to go too." In fact,
Yeah.
Rachel kind of was like, "Don't you think it's time for like the old people to leave the young people to their party?"
Leave the people that have tomorrow off here, and then we'll go because we got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, because like me and Rachel bailed, Browner had bailed, and then Linda and Austin, they bailed and they sent me a picture from the line at In-N-Out.
Linda and Austin bailed. Linda and Austin bailed really early, but I think Linda, she's probably up early getting her house ready. I'm assuming. But yeah, well, you guys missed, and I talked to Browner about this yesterday. Literally, the final tab was closing at the reception, and the after party was, as you exit our reception, there's a bar. Like
hmm
Yeah.
that's where the after party was, because we didn't want to make it difficult for anybody. So hey, open the doors. You're at another bar. Let's go till 2 if you wanted to. As the final tab was closing, the entire block lost power. The entire block, the pier, the Star of India, the hotels around, everybody lost power. It was a blackout. And
Wow.
yeah, and I was first of all, I was thankful that didn't happen during the wedding. Secondly, it was kind of cool, dude, because like we said, like a little kegs left over. It's like my
Mhm.
buddies just filled up their pitchers, and we all sat around the after party around like emergency lights that were still on, and we just had a good time right there, dude, playing music off
That's
our
awesome.
phone and just chilled. Yeah.
Let me just tell you something before I have two other things I want to just tell you. They're both sitting in front of me. But here's what I want to tell you because I haven't had a chance to really talk to you off air. First of all, I'm super proud of you, man. I mean, I know this is going to sound really kind of corny on air, but I am so proud of you. Listen, dude, we've been together a long time, you and me.
Yeah.
When you and I first really got together, I mean, you were still a San Diego State student, and
Mhm.
for me, not to get all mushy, but it's like, I mean, gosh, I've known this young man since his college days, and then watching him get into the radio business and watching him explode, in particular in the last 3-4 years of your career. Because I can remember early in your radio days at 1090, you had no interest in being on the air. Like
Mhm.
that was not your goal. Most guys get into radio because they want to find a way to get on the air.
Mhm.
Browner was willing to take a job in promotions. He's like, "Oh, my foot's in the door. I'll figure out how to get on the air from here." I
Yeah.
mean, you did
Yeah,
not
dude.
really, right? I mean, right, Brown?
Dude, I literally went. I came into that station with the goal to get on air, and I started as a promotional assistant, like the lowest job they had there. That's where I started.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where I started.
Right. And Alex, you did not really have the goal of being on the air. And then, watching you progress all these years, it makes me, in a weird sort of big brotherly kind of fatherly kind of way, it makes me very proud. But I'll tell you right now, your wedding was so real and genuine and heartfelt and loving. I mean, I listen, I hate to admit this to you. Browner is teasing me, but I was like, Linda, give me the tissues. Let me have some tissues. I was wearing
Yeah.
sunglasses in the house because I didn't want people to see me all
Yeah, I just
teary
thought you
eyed.
were stoned. Yeah, that's cool.
You thought that's why I was wearing sunglasses?
You know, shout out
Well,
Tori.
maybe that too, but
Yeah.
I was crying a little.
Yeah.
A
No,
little.
and then the you
A
asked last
little. What?
you asked last did he cry a lot? Because
Dude.
I didn't look at
Yikes.
I did not look during the ceremony. I was like, I am not looking at anybody. If I make
Dude.
eye contact and someone's crying, I'm gonna be a disaster up here because I don't do well when people are crying around me. It's
I
just that
said
like I just don't do well.
I said this before. When everything was solid, everybody was holding firm. They expected the bride to cry at some point. She held firm. You heard people just crying out in the audience because it's a wedding. It was beautiful. It was
Yeah.
the area, the view. And then when you started like breaking up, that was too late. Everybody was done.
That's what I heard.
Everybody just lost it. They just
Yeah.
once you kind of started breaking up, I think people kind of felt like it was okay to then just kind of let it go.
Yeah.
Linda was pulling tissues. This guy's next to me, just like, like, bro, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Are you okay?
I was proud, and I was, and I,
Like,
and
is
I
Justin
really,
up there getting married? What's
no,
happening here?
but it was a very, very loving
Yeah, man, it was sweet.
ceremony.
It was
It
sweet.
really was, and you could just feel how real it was.
Hmm.
And it was emotional. And so anyway, Alex, I just want to tell you, man.
Also, one last thing.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you guys didn't have a large wedding. Like what you did was perfect because it was very intimate and it felt small and it felt like it meant something to everybody that was there. And I thought that was a very good moment that it felt like in there.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
beautiful wedding, and I'll just say that I had a great time, and I didn't even know there was an Intercontinental Hotel in downtown San Diego until we went down there,
Yeah.
and even the party was great, and the
Hmm.
dancing was fun, and your friends were all awesome, and
Hmm.
what I really loved, I loved this about your friends, they call you Padiva.
Yeah,
That was a
sometimes.
terrible, terrible thing for your friends to give to me and Browner.
Oh, it's all
The
good. It
nickname
doesn't
of
bother me.
Padiva. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, we heard that. We love that. And
Yeah.
just your friends. What's super cool also is your closest friends who know what your job is, which is, hey, you're on radio, you're on television, you're on YouTube, you're a media personality. The way they all sort of respect that was I also thought was really, really cool. And so it was a beautiful wedding, and I was flattered to have been invited, and we had a great time, man. We
Yeah.
really did. So congratulations to you guys.
No, thank you guys. It really, I mean, obviously, that you guys were at the ceremony and the reception. You saw because last week you asked how if the show would get a mention, and I knew already how much mentions it would get because that's how we met. So I knew it was coming, but I just try to play it off to you like, oh, maybe like I have it in the vows, but I mean, it's literally the genesis of our relationship was the radio show on a total accident. So of course the radio show is going to get a mention or multiple mentions because that's where we met, and it was
Engineers for life, baby.
engineers for
What
life, dude.
one of my favorite parts is when you were kind of reading, not your vows, but you were kind of speaking to
Yeah.
Mar, and you're like, "Thank goodness I worked for such a cheap ass radio station that needed me to engineer things."
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hey, I want to tell you something though, and I mean this seriously. What's super cool about you getting married and about the intimate relationship that the three of us have with the great friends who are listening on different audio podcast platforms or watching on YouTube or people who catch up to us on TV or just generally radio listeners. Like for example, just real quick story for you guys.
Mhm.
Last night I was playing LA Cap and I drove back down to San Diego and Rachel said to me, "Meet me at this bar. Let's have a drink." And I said, "Okay." So I'll meet her. So I met her at this bar in Encinitas. I'm walking into this bar, and this gentleman who's standing in front of the bar, not working there, he's just, I guess he was waiting for somebody. He's like, "Hey, man, how you doing?" I'm like, "Good. How are you?" He's like, "Bro," and he starts talking to me. Like first, I didn't know. I thought he was just being a friendly guy.
yeah.
He's like, "Dude." He's like, "Dude, let me tell you something." He goes, "I listened every day to 1090. And the day that 1090 went off the air, he goes, I followed everything that you did on social media to explain what was going on. And then I followed everything that you did up at Callaway Golf and going into podcasting. He goes, and now I can't believe how you guys have gotten this radio station back on the air and you're so successful and you're thriving. And I'm like, yeah, dude. I guess when you're in the middle of it, you don't really think of it as being as successful. But I suppose when you're listening and watching, maybe you do. He's like, no, man. He goes, I can't wait till the day that you write the book and you explain the story of how the hell you guys got this radio station back on there. And I'm trying to walk into this bar because I want to go in and meet Rachel. And this guy is chewing my ear, but I'm like proud of it. And I'm friendly, of course. But it just kind of goes to show you, at least in one small way, how people, their lives can be impacted by the community that we all have. And just to further that point, Browner, listen to this story. Remember on Monday, Alex, I didn't know you were registered where people could give you a gift. Because I said to you, what's the deal with registration? You're like, oh, no, we're not registered. We don't need any air fryers. We don't need any rice cookers. We don't need new pots and pans. We don't need any crap, right? What I didn't know until the next day, Rachel sent me the link. She's like, do you know Alex is registered? You can send him money because I brought a gift card like a schmuck, you know? Like, so I didn't know that you were registered, and I could have actually Zelled money, or I could have, Venmoed money. I didn't know that, right? So why didn't you tell us that?
Well, I mean, I sent you guys the invite and was on the invite. I just figured,
All right, come on, dude. Me?
dude,
Really?
I mean, that's why I invited Rachel. I'm just
kidding. Smart man.
Good
Smart
point.
man. Well, so Monday
No, yeah,
morning,
we
she
just
sends
put
me this.
whatever website we did the invites from, they have the option of putting a Venmo. So that's what we did.
So listen to this. So Monday morning, she sends me this link. She said, hey, here's the link. Did you know you went and bought a gift card for Alex? You know, you could have just sent him money through through a registration. I'm like, I had no idea, right? So John here, Browner, I sent him the link. He puts it on the screen on Monday's show. Brown, what would you say? 20 seconds, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
If,
Yeah.
right? This morning, listen to this email that I received from a longtime great friend by the name of Sam Sheldon, who says, thank you for letting us know how we could give Grande a wedding gift. I look forward to my workout each morning because of you three. Simply put, you are the best. There have been so many times that I almost fell off the elliptical because I was laughing so hard. So this person, Sam, sends Alex a gift based on the link that we had put on the screen. And he writes this message, Alex, on your gift. Mazel tov. I'm a great friend that moved to Houston. I listen every morning. I'm one day behind at the gym on my app. Thank you for making my workout so enjoyable, from Sam Sheldon. And Sam sent, I mean,
A good
I
amount of
thought,
money.
dude, that was a
Whoa.
very,
very.
very generous gift. But
Yeah.
that goes to show you what you mean to Sam. And then look at this. I told a few people who asked me, they said, hey, how could I send Alex a gift? So I gave a few people who asked through direct message. They asked me, and I gave them my PO box. And so this is a card from Juliana, who is probably in our YouTube chat right about now. And this was sent to our PO box, and we didn't even look to see who it was addressed to. So we opened it up, not knowing what it was. Sorry, pal. We've taped it. We've taped it. So there's a card here. Juliana sent a very, very generous check. Guys, listen.
Yeah, I was in the chat yesterday. Thank you, Juliana, because she did mention that she sent it to the PO box. So I will be sending messages out to everybody eventually. I'll catch up.
I'm saying thank you.
Yeah.
Like, from me, I just want to say thank you to everybody that decided that they wanted to send Alex and Mar a gift, because that means, I know it means a ton to him, but I can't tell you how much it means to me too. So thank you to everybody that just wanted to send a gift to help this couple start the next phase of their life. And
people were very generous, man, and just in general, like we tallied it. I don't want to be like corny or anything, but like we put them all together yesterday. And it was just like,
you counted the money. Yeah,
ridiculous.
that's what the whole point of collecting it.
It's so ridiculous. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah. So
nice
thanks.
chunk of change, huh?
Thank you to everybody, for real.
Yeah, maybe I should get married.
I'm ready to be your efficient dog. I got you, Holmes.
No, listen. No.
I mean,
no.
Just get married for the money.
No.
Just get married, get that chunk of change in.
And then
it ain't worth it. It ain't worth the headache.
She's got her own money, so maybe you can marry, divorce.
Well, she got to prenup him.
Her.
No. She gonna prenup
she
him.
will.
Ain't no way in hell. She falling for the okey-doke 2 times.
She'll prenup me.
Yeah, she gonna prenup this dude.
Yeah. She probably prenup
me.
We
can't get too successful on the show, though. I didn't prenup, so Let's not blow up.
All right, listen. Let me tell you what's going to happen today. We got a great show coming your
You're
way.
gonna get that
But
silver screen and roll money.
yeah, but it's going to be. But I think today's show's going to be a little bit weird. Meaning, I think we're going to have a lot of people stopping in. Jason Lawhead is going to come by because he filled in for you for 4 straight days. Jay's going to finish the week off with us. Linda Welby, who hosted the wedding at her house, Linda's stopping in for a little bit.
Oh, guess
We're
what I
gonna
did last
talk-
night?
Oh, what? Tell me what you
I'll
did.
tell you when we come back.
Okay. All right. Browner's going to tell us what he did last night, which, I mean, that sounds interesting to me always. So we're going to have a great show today. We're going to get into a bunch of NFL as we go into the weekend. We'll likely get into some college football as we go into the weekend. There's a lot of college basketball. San Diego State is playing this weekend tonight, as a matter of fact, on Channel 4. There's also the game that's being played on the Abraham Lincoln, the aircraft carrier. So I want to get to that. Michigan
Where'd
State
that
and
come
Gonzaga.
from?
I know, like, where, like, I literally, I was like, wait, hold on. San Diego State's playing BYU and Michigan State's playing Gonzaga here in San Diego on the aircraft carrier, and San Diego State has nothing to do with this. So we'll get into all of it. We got a lot of stuff we want to get to, and it's Friday, so we have a shorter show. So stick around. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. Grande's back. The Mishbucha is back. We're just getting going on Friday. This is Kaplan and Crew.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by Jackery Solar Generator. Explore further with Jackery Solar Generator.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Only on the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the Mightier1090.com.
Absolutely. The best part of the day is working with the team and working directly with customers. Just because it's fun and I enjoy collaborating. I enjoy watching the customers' reactions when the designers come up with their spaces. And we really take pride in the team effort and what we accomplish in the end.
I can tell that the team we have, accountability is very important. They feel like the work that we do is not just a reflection of themselves, but a reflection of us.
We've always been a design build company, but now we've taken design, not only our architectural, but interior design to a completely different level.
The philosophy of integrity here at Murray Lampert is always doing the right thing even when someone isn't looking. In turn, the homeowners get a really great product.
We're truly a team at Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel, and we don't take that lightly.
Your next outdoor family adventure awaits, creating beautiful memories for your ultimate family experience. Using clean and pure energy. Endless charging for endless possibilities. Fueling all your outdoor needs. Experience your dreams with Jackery. Making these small moments count. Jackery Solar Generator.
Jackery. Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by Jackery Solar Generator. Explore further with Jackery Solar Generator.
Listen to the Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the Mightier1090.com. We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Hey, everybody, I'm glad you guys are watching. And right in the middle of the show, I love to talk about one of our great sponsors. In this case, it's Jackery, and you can visit them online at jackery.com. And a couple of Jackery ambassadors, brand ambassadors, are standing by. This is Giselle and Steven, who I've been looking at their website, The Lover's Passport. Hey, guys, first of all, welcome. Glad to have you guys here. How you doing today?
Amazing. Doing great, yeah. Thanks so much for having us.
Tell us what The Lover's Passport is. I've been looking at the website, theloverspassport.com, and I am so jealous of the two of you guys.
Well, it kind of started as just a side hustle for us, a little couples adventure blog, if you will. And it slowly turned into a passion project of ours during COVID lockdown. And we bought our first camera in April of 2020 and just started capturing all of our adventures instead of just writing about them. And fast forward to present day, now we're both full-time travel photographers and adventure enthusiasts.
Did you guys know that you had the eye or the talent to be good photographers? Because I take a lot of pictures and I don't think I'm a photographer. I'm just a guy who has a bunch of pictures on my phone.
We're completely self-taught from YouTube.
Yeah, I feel like we used to model for one of my friends when we did different hikes. So we both loved hiking. And then eventually we were like, why don't we just buy our own camera and we can take some of our own pictures? Because we followed some of these other travel couples that inspired us a ton. So we were like, we could totally do this.
Wow, that's so cool. You guys learned photography on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube University, as we say.
Oh my God, YouTube U. That's awesome. You guys should have shirts that say YTU.
Yeah, I mean, you can learn. I have a degree in film and media, but I never did the production side of it. And the resources that are currently available online to whether you're learning photography or a totally other skill, it's incredible these days.
Where are you guys from? I read that you guys are both California people. Is that right?
Yes, born and raised in Southern California.
Where are you guys from?
I'm from Ventura, California. She's a little bit south.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Woodland Hills.
Okay,
I'm a Valley girl.
Gotcha. Okay, well, this is perfect because we've got a lot of people watching on Cox Your View throughout San Diego, Orange County, LA, Santa Barbara. So all your people are going to definitely get a chance to see all of this. So you guys become full-time travel adventure bloggers. I've been reading a bunch of your blogs. My son goes to college in West Virginia. I see you guys have a full thing on West Virginia. That was really cool for someone like me to read.
Yeah, we loved West Virginia. It was beautiful out there.
I think one thing that we really try and do is a lot of states travel, especially coming out of the pandemic. And a lot of hidden gems are just right around the corner in the States. And a lot of people think, you have to go to these beautiful international destinations, but there are so many hidden gems to explore in the state. And a lot of them there were tons and tons of these beautiful waterfalls out in West Virginia. We were really impressed.
So you guys become travel, adventure, outdoor bloggers, if you will. And then who puts the website together and who comes up with the name, The Lover's Passport?
That was me. I'm betting you couldn't guess that one. I used to work in marketing before I did this. I was very used to SEO and the back end of websites and writing articles and things like that. So I came up with The Lover's Passport by taking synonyms for couples travel and then came up with names that were still available because I was like, oh, what's something that's going to get a lot of traffic? It's not even, there's no fun story behind it. I just what's searchable and memorable.
We would be doing a lot of international travel, but then the pandemic hit, so we kind of pivoted from lots of international travel and started doing a lot of road trips to really highlight the states.
So jealous, dude. So jealous. So tell me this, you guys are photographers, so you need a lot of power. You've got equipment with you. You're also blogging and you're working on your website. So you have to, be able to be powered. And that's where our common partner, Jackery, comes in. Got about a minute and a half. I'd love for you to tell us about Jackery and what products you use and how you use them.
Yeah, Jackery's like completely changed the way that we could travel. Because before we were always plugging into the car. I think my car battery died like a dozen or so times. And then finally we started using the Jackery, and we can charge our laptops off it. We can charge all of our camera gear. And it's really nice because it also has solar panels. So for our longer road trips, we can be completely self-sustained, where we can put out the Jackery, be able to get some power from that and recharge even while we're pulling a lot of energy from our laptops.
And it's just nice if you're a digital nomad or doing remote work. It gives you the flexibility to travel and still get work done without having to worry about your laptop dying in the middle of the desert, you know? So
Exactly.
it's such a great tool. We've been using the 1000 for over 2 years now, along with the solar panels, and we just recently upgraded. So we're really excited to continue using our Jackery out on our road trips.
Hey guys, Giselle and Steven, it is great to be with you guys. I look forward to a much longer conversation. The website is theloverspassport.com, and the other website that you should know about is jackery.com. And I loved what you guys just had to say about powering up and using solar power. It's great advice for people who are going to be tailgating or going to be traveling themselves. Good luck with more of your adventures. You got a new fan who's going to be following you guys on all the social platforms and your website. And thank you so much for talking about Jackery with us.
And thanks so much for having us.
A real pleasure, guys. Thank you. Back to the show, everybody.
Drivers are getting in accidents at a rate we've never seen before, jumping 18% since 2020. There are higher incidents of speeding and more aggressive driving since the pandemic began. Please slow down and drive safely. It can save a life.
Murray Lampert's design process is very collaborative. We love the process, and what's best about the process is the way that it can flex as needed. So if there's a new piece of technology that's available that's really going to help us out make a more accurate model, we're going to utilize that. We'll send the measure-off team to the house, and they will end up scanning the house using drones, LiDAR scanning, lasers, and tape measures to measure every square inch of the home. Then they'll take that information back to the office and build a 3D model of the home. We'll be upfront and honest if they're asking for things that may be out of their budget. We're going to let them know up front. We're always motivated to strive for excellence. There's kind of not another way to be. We do the best work we can and ultimately make the homeowners happy. What makes me proud is when we present that 3D model to the homeowners and we wow them. Sometimes we even bring tears to their eyes because they love the design so much. That brings me a lot of joy.
Watch the San Diego State Aztecs take on the BYU Cougars. November 11th at 7:30 p.m. Only on YourView and YourView.com.
I feel like I have the fun part of the job where I get to help out and make my clients' houses look beautiful. We start with looking at the floor plan, space planning, and then we look at countertops, tile, backsplashes, flooring, cabinets, everything like that. We have a lot of client meetings start in our conference room. Sometimes we have some clients that have already selected certain items that they want to incorporate into their project. We want to make sure they're happy with it because they're going to be living with it for a very long time. Sometimes we'll do something that goes totally with the style, and then we'll have a total outlier option for the client. And a lot of the times they end up going with that because they want to see something totally different. We want to make sure that we're focusing in on our clients. I really want to make sure at the end of the day that clients are happy, that I'm keeping up with my communication with them, and that we know that at the end of the day as well, and moving through the process of construction and everything, that we're going to have a successful project.
At the Barnes firm, we're seeing more pedestrian and bicycle accidents. Drivers are rolling through red lights, and distracted driving makes every intersection a danger zone for pedestrians. Look both ways when crossing, even if you have the right of way.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Right, great friends. What's happening Friday afternoon? This is Kaplan and Crew with Grande and the Brown Man, and both the Grande and the Brown Man are back. The whole mishpucha is back together again. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios, 7milecasino.com. You're looking for something fun to do this weekend. 7 Mile Casino is the best location of any casino in San Diego County because it's only 7 minutes south of downtown San Diego. It's the only casino in town that's got Sammy's Restaurant and Bar, which is Sammy's Wood Fire Pizza on one side. It's a completely smoke-free environment. It's in the beautiful Bay of Chula Vista, a place where many of us probably haven't been to before until we get to 7 Mile Casino. So have fun this weekend at 7 Mile Casino. Good luck. You are a big winner. And if you have any problems with gambling, you call 1-800-GAMBLER. But let's have some fun and good luck. Let's take their money at 7 Mile Casino, 7milecasino.com. All right, Grande, Brown Man. We started off today's broadcast talking about the wedding from the weekend because it's our first time back together again. Alex, you mentioned that you're kind of tired as you're just kind of catching up now. Is that right?
Yeah. I would say so.
Yeah. I understand. Been a long week around here, I must admit. Been a very long week around here as well. Because, Sunday was the wedding and I could have been fine on Monday. No problem. I really could have. But without you being here and Browner moving into your seat, there's a little bit of added stress. But I also had this week a full week of in-person meetings. You guys remember back in the day during COVID? I was like, I'll never have
Never leave my house.
Never leave my house.
I'm never leaving. This is so much better.
Right. Get all of us on the screen because I'm just seeing myself waving and screaming, doing my thing. I'm never having an in-person meeting again. Here's Linda Welby jumping in. Linda, I would tell the guys, I'm like, I'm never leaving my house again. I'm more productive.
Yeah.
I'm so much more productive at home than I don't have to drive places. I don't have to waste money on gas. I don't have to go to
Now you drive to LA for meetings.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
This whole week, Sunday was Alex's wedding. Monday, Browner took controls of the show. I had my sighted people in town this week. We had like 6 meetings as the week went on. I had to go to LA yesterday to do a remote broadcast. I had a sighted board meeting yesterday morning, which is why I missed the show. Alex, like you, I'm ready to drop, man. Like this has been a crazy week, and it all started with your wedding on Sunday at Linda Welby's house. Linda, I was just telling Alex how emotional you and I were during the wedding.
Gosh.
Like two proud parents looking at this young
That's exactly
kid.
what it was. That's exactly. We were both like, had each other's arms. We're like, our baby's getting married. Oh, got a little teary-eyed. I got a lot teary-eyed, actually. I got really overwhelmed when I saw through a window Mar was just being photographed, and she was in this certain light, and she had all the white. Oh my God, she looked like an angel. And I was like, ugh. And then I went down, and there's Alex, all handsome in his suit. It was just beautiful.
It really was a great wedding. And Linda, I'll tell you,
I don't even think I sent Linda that trailer I sent you guys.
Oh, really?
I just remembered. I got to send
Linda,
it to
you
Linda.
got to see. Alex is,
what is it?
The people who did the video for Alex's wedding, they've created like I'd say a 60 to 90 second trailer, like a movie trailer.
Oh,
and
I need to see that.
Oh my God. Let me tell you something. Don't watch it while we're on because you'll start crying right away. I was like yesterday. I was like, watch this thing and I started whimpering, because there's this one part where Alex says to Mar, gosh, I swear to you, I'm getting goosebumps. He says to her, so romantic. He says, Mar, so many decisions in our lives led to us meeting at On the Border. Alex growing up in Oxnard makes this decision to come to San Diego State and then gets this job inside 1090. And we happen to be doing these remotes at On the Border in Mission Valley. And then for Mar, I don't really know all the history like I know Alex's, but for her to have a job in On the Border, these decisions that we made put us together in that moment on planet Earth. And now he says to her, and now we get to go forward making our decisions together, and it was like so beautiful. It was so romantic.
It really was. I mean, well done. Well done.
What is so funny, Browner? What is so funny?
You're funny, dude. You're just funny. That's all.
Because Browner was next to you when you were crying.
Yeah,
he has that memory. I don't have that memory.
Yeah, dude. I sat through the whole thing and watched this guy just like cry, man. On my left, I'm sitting like, so it's me, Rachel, and then it's him. And I think he did that purposely so I wouldn't hear him crying. I would just see him crying.
And he blamed Rachel.
Right. So Rachel's in between us. and Linda, who had to add extra seats, is over to my right, and she's grabbing tissues like a infant, just like throwing them out of the box. She's just taking like,
If you noticed, I put the tissues right beside me. They were supposed to be for everyone, but I put them right
yeah,
beside me.
yeah. Everybody else, use your hands. Use your hands.
And then I don't know how Browner actually got to focus because he was in a particular seat that was very conducive to me. Anytime I needed something and I needed extra hands, I'm like, John Browner, come on, let's go, let's go. Get up. And he's like up and he's down and he's up and he's carrying and he's moving. I was like, so thank you.
Move this.
I know, and I did that to you too, Scott, but mostly John. And I just needed things done and I needed them done fast. So please and thank you now.
I'll tell you, Linda, I really do think that as beautiful of a wedding as it was, and all the sincere words that Alex shared with Mar and Mar shared with Alex, and the guy who was the officiant of the wedding, did a great job. He's not some professional stand-up comedian or professional radio host where he's accustomed to speaking in front of large crowds. He did a great job, and I just thought it was really awesome. But I will say this, and Alex, I don't know how you feel about it. Part of what made the day and the wedding itself so special was that it happened in your house. And it's not just because your house is beautiful, and it's not just because it has one of the most bomb views in all of San Diego. It's just that it's your house, So like, as much as it's got this insane view and as much as it's a beautiful house,
Well, thank you.
it's your house. And the fact that you and Austin and your family hosted the wedding, I thought, Alex, I don't know how you feel, but I thought that sort of added to the romantic nature of the actual ceremony. What'd you think, Grande?
Everybody, and myself included, I think. Well, everybody told me they were very comfortable there. And
Oh, good.
I was like, well, that's because Linda, like you're just such an open person and welcoming person.
Thank
I
you.
felt, I was only feeling anxiety in that moment, but I felt very, very comfortable there, and I know Mar did too. So we really, really, really appreciate it. But everybody was just like, I think the word "stupid" was used a lot. Like, this is just a stupid place. Like, look at this. And I was like, I know. You walk in there, you're just like, what the, you know what I mean? So yeah,
Well-
Linda, it did feel like very homey and open and receptive. That's for sure.
Well, that's great. That's what we were going for. We were happy to do it. And I thought to myself, and because it's selfish on my part too, because now I'm kind of part of the program for years to come, because we got married in Chicago and my husband wanted to do it like not married, but we got engaged. What's the big building at the top there with the
Sears
restaurant?
Tower.
The Sears Tower. Wanted to have dinner there. I picked a very hip, trendy restaurant instead, and he just wanted to go with the flow. They tore it down like a year later. So we had no, so now I said, well, geez, we're not going anywhere. So, 1 year anniversary comes up. We have a little dinner celebration at the house back
Yeah.
where it all happened.
Yeah,
I
and
think
you-
that's
For sure.
exciting. That's
Alex,
great.
I don't know if you know this, but one of the coolest parts was when the ceremony itself ended, and then everybody was going to stand around and drink champagne and celebrate you guys. And then everybody was going to take pictures with this insane background of all of downtown San Diego and North Island, this incredible view from Point Loma. Sorry, Linda, I'm not exactly giving out your address, but I mean, it's just, people have seen some pictures. But while this is happening, there was no like wedding staff per se to like clean up. So me and John and Linda and your friends, we all started folding chairs and stacking chairs and making space so that the party could, but no one like told us this in advance. Like, hey guys,
Right.
when this
We
is
started
done,
doing it.
it just started happening. And it
Very
was
organic.
and that's because there wasn't a lot of pretense. There wasn't a lot of like, I'm not freaking cleaning up chairs. I'm a guest. I'm not clean. Everybody wanted to chip in and help. Like everybody felt like a part of it is what I'm getting at. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, it was a well-run machine, and to the level of professionalism, like Alex's whole family and Mars family, between the charcuterie cones and the flowers, and they just showed up. And then even after you guys left to go get the pictures, I had like all the wedding party was still hanging out, and I said, well, where do you guys gotta go? And they're like, no, oh, we need to help you clean. I said, it's clean. I don't see anything, all we have to do is tomorrow the guys are going to show up. We're going to move the furniture back in and we're good to go. So it was just beautiful and perfect. And I loved, oh my gosh, I loved every minute. I did think Browner's, perv goggles were a little weird at a wedding,
Did you
but
hear about this, Alex? Have you heard about
No.
this? Oh yeah.
No.
So Browner is wearing these Ray-Ban glasses, right?
Okay.
no, they're
And
perv glasses.
right, and you can see
Oh,
that
I
he's
know
got
it.
these two
Okay.
cameras on either side of the glasses, right?
Yeah.
And so he's telling me and Austin about these glasses, and I'm like fascinated and fixated on these glasses. I'm
Yeah.
like, give them to me. Let me have them. So I put on Browner's glasses and I'm
Mhm.
walking around and he's recording everything that I'm seeing,
Mhm.
and he actually showed the video on Monday on the show because I walked
Oh,
out to
really?
look. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I walked out to look at the view of from Linda's house.
Oh,
It is these glasses. I mean, they're so cool. And Linda calls
okay.
them perv glasses,
Well,
but they,
no. Let me just say. So John pulls me. I
They
said,
are very
actually,
pervy when you think about it.
right. I made the comment first. I said, John, you clean up well. You look sharp. I like the glasses. And he's like, oh, check these out. And he's telling me all about them. And there's a camera in here and a Bluetooth and you do this and you do that and you can record anything. And then I just stood there and looked. I said, that is the perviest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I said, I mean, they can be used for. And then someone said that the light goes on, right? So you can see
Supposed
when
to.
the
Barely
camera's
see
on.
it though.
But if
Yeah.
I'm somebody weird, the first thing I'm going to think of is how do I disable that light?
Mhm.
And now I can just go anywhere. But
You can turn it off.
fabulous glasses nonetheless. I hope you use them for good.
Oh yeah. Always. I hope your husband uses his for good too.
I
Yes.
know he wants some.
yeah,
I
I
Yeah.
do
know.
too. I want
Very
them too.
cool.
That would be a dope thing for your husband though. Like if he wears them during a show, like
That's
does
what
the
he was
drummer
saying.
do? Yeah, that'd be dope.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. This is Alex. These are the things you're going to learn as you go because you're newly married. But we were standing there and weddings bring out the romantic in people. You know what I mean? Like as a couple, you get like you're a little more hand-holdy and huggy and kissy and dancy. And so John's talking about these glasses and Austin looked at me with this big sparkle in his eye and he said, I want to get a pair of those. And I said, well, okay. And then, I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. I was like, well, okay. And then he said, these would be perfect for Band Overboard.
Yeah, he wants
I'm
to
like,
be in the back
yep.
playing the drums so that everybody
Mhm.
can see what his view is,
Yeah. Right.
And here
'cause we've
you
been
are
married
thinking
for,
dirty.
yeah,
Yeah.
several
Yeah.
years. So
Right.
that's where those things
Right.
are going.
Who
We could wear
really
these
should have the perv
anywhere.
glasses? You or Austin? Perv.
Yeah.
He just poked his head in. He'll have the perv glasses for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But cool glasses nonetheless. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and then I heard you had an outage though. Like there was a little because the
Oh,
reception
it wasn't
was
a little, yeah.
awesome. Great venue. Dancing was insane. It was so much fun.
My favorite part was when Cousin Nancy took out the glow sticks when no one had taken them out.
No,
She
no,
was like
no.
that.
Not nope.
That was Browner.
Nope.
Don't
not-
you blame that on no.
Nope.
Cousin Nancy did that first.
No, wrong. It wasn't Cousin Nancy.
It wasn't.
It wasn't Cousin Nancy. It was Rachel. Rachel is
Oh.
one of those people that likes to dose an entire party. So she'll walk around with gummies and she'll be like trying to push gummies on everybody because she wants the whole party to get all gummied out. So she found the glow sticks and she started passing them out to everybody. And then the next thing you know, we all had these glow sticks and we were all doing a whole bunch of dances. And Alex, you had like a whole set of like Mexican music. You know what I mean? That we were all jamming out to. Some Los
Yeah.
Bookies all up in it.
No
Oh.
Los Bookies, I don't think. But yeah, Bobby, who I thought killed it because he doesn't know Spanish music. But I still hired him anyways because I think Bobby's a vibe. I think Bobby is
He
like
totally is.
I think Bobby just fits in exactly with what we were going for. And I made a very, very, very specific curated wedding Mexican playlist for him. But it's not just Mexican music. It would be like cumbia, like salsa, whatever the hell it was. It's very so every song I picked, I ran through like at least 5 people. Like, what do you guys think about this playlist? And it was approved by multiple people. So it's a very curated playlist. I think I could sell that thing for like now this is music wedding edition.
Yeah.
Oh
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a great video of everybody just dancing.
Me
and-
too. I didn't
yeah.
I didn't air any videos on the show, by the way, Alex, just so you know.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
I do think in that wedding trailer, it looks like the videographers got a lot of dancing shots because in the
Mhm.
trailer, they were in there. I didn't even realize they were in there.
Yeah, all up in it.
Yeah, they were great. Like the videographer,
And that was a
photographer,
really cool game that you played too. About with the shoes,
Oh, yeah.
raising the shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
was
that was
great.
all Mars idea. I had no idea how to play at all. until we started playing. But that was all Mars' idea. We didn't want. She didn't want to do any traditional like bouquet toss, garter. Well, garter would be impossible, but like she didn't want to do any of that stuff. She wanted to do something different. We wanted to do something just totally casual.
Well, you
You know,
totally nailed it. And even when you were sitting, like I sent you some pictures earlier, you were sitting in that light on the stool because I was
yeah.
on your side.
Mhm.
And I looked and the light hit you in a certain way. I looked at Austin. I'm like, and Scott too. Remember we were standing there. I said, I've never seen him more happy in my
Oh, dude.
life.
Right. I know. And then there's a picture that Alex actually posted this on his Instagram, and it's him and Mar, and it's like everybody in their immediate family. And there's this big high rise building behind them in downtown San Diego, and this incredible moonlight that was shooting down. And I'm like,
Oh,
wow, just look what a beautiful
Yeah.
picture that is. It
It
was
was
great,
hilarious
man.
too because Mar took the tiara from the photo booth and walked around with it for a while, and I was like, "That's very Padiva of you. Way to
Yeah.
go! Like that's very on brand."
Oh,
well,
dude,
Yeah,
Alex, wait, you had to see, I took the crown that was from the photo booth, and I
yeah,
was sitting on like the Vespa out in the lobby, and
yeah,
I was taking Hey King pictures, So I've got all these pictures
yeah.
of me with the crown, like Hey King, you know. So that was
Nice.
well,
awesome.
I do have to say we did a group shot, and this was we had because after you guys all left, myself and Austin and Rachel and Scott and Browner went downstairs to the bar and watched a little bit of the game and had some drinks before we went over. So we were feeling okay by the
Yeah.
time we got there.
Mhm.
And then we went to the photo booth and did that. And there's a strip, and there's one shot at the end, Rachel, because she's a gamer. She's a party girl. She's a gamer. And she did a certain pose. And the next day I had it up on one of my
On your mantle, or
shelves.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and Alex's best man walked by and he goes, "Oh, look at Rachel." He's like,
Yeah. Rachel pulled out the girls essentially for the
she
picture.
did.
And by the
He
way,
quite enjoyed that photo.
yeah, and let me tell you
Mhm.
something. Rachel and Linda together, just trouble city. Like me and Austin were like, "Oh, these two together. Oh
Yeah.
It was
no."
fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I'll tell you one thing that we haven't mentioned from the wedding. So Alex's best man has something to say, like a speech, and Mars' sister spoke as well. And again, they're not professionals. They're not accustomed to speaking in front of large crowds. So Rachel's like nudging me. She's like, "Get up there and say something. You need to say something." And I'm going, "Relax, okay? I don't need to say anything. Trust me. There's a microphone. There's Browner. At some point, Browner will be holding the microphone and will speak on my behalf. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And on behalf of the show. And
yeah.
Browner grabbed that microphone and, like the total pro that he is, just had the whole crowd sitting right there in the palm of his hand. And I said to her, I go, "See, I didn't need to say anything. Browner has this thing handled. No problem. No problem."
So it's funny because I was putting my shoes back on when Browner started talking. And I was like, damn, Browner's loud. Like I could just hear Browner. I had no idea he was on the mic. I just thought he was talking near me. And like, yeah, I just thought he was talking near me. And I was like, man, he's being like really direct right now. And I tie my shoe and I turn around like, oh, he's got the mic. Like this dude is doing a speech. And I was like, all right, here we go. I knew he wouldn't do anything bad. And I knew it would be funny. But everybody came up to me and was like, dude, what Browner said was so awesome and so great. And I was like, I agree. Like it was awesome.
Yeah, it really
Mar
was.
loved it. I know Mar loved it. And Mar
Hey,
didn't want
Linda.
any really, like cousin Nancy wanted to. She was the professional heckler of the night. I was like, you don't get a mic today. You're good.
Dude, Nancy was lit,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Dude, I
So
love
Nancy was
cousin
lit.
Nancy. I love cousin Nancy and
Oh,
her
cousin
husband.
Nancy in the sparkly dress.
yeah.
Oh, she is so
Mhm.
great.
She
I love
is
them.
great.
I loved her. I loved her husband. I loved Mars' sisters. It was great to see Mama Padilla. I mean, it was
Oh
great
my
to see
gosh.
Mars' mom. I mean,
Mhm.
it was a very, it just felt very family like. And I didn't feel like, oh, I'm on the outside of it. I felt like just as much in the middle as could be. It was a beautiful event. It really was. And Linda, I just wanted to have you on today because without the venue, it would have been a beautiful event, no doubt, but the venue just added to it so much. Hey, Linda, I have a question. What are you and Austin doing tonight?
Nothing, I don't think.
Because I'm telling you right now, like me and Rachel, we're like, Linda and Austin are like our BFFs. Like we want to be with them more.
Ready to
Uh-oh.
do something? Well, I do have an early flight in the morning, so I
Oh,
don't know how
yeah?
deep we can go, but we'll
Oh, yeah?
see.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you
Yeah.
off air because
You're a
Yeah.
world traveler now.
We're coming down that way tonight because my daughter's going to some concert like by the sports arena that I got to drop her off at, and then I got to pick her up. So we're gonna come down and have dinner in
Oh,
Point
if you're here
Loma.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll
Get
I'll
you
talk
some
to
of
you.
them sliders, bruh.
Oh, dog, for sure. For
Rock a
sure.
pair of perv glasses.
Yeah, you know that's the truth. You know it
Yeah.
is. Hey, Linda, we'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys, so much fun. And maybe I'll see you tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks again,
absolutely.
Linda.
And did you send me that trailer, Alex?
Yeah, I texted it to you.
Okay, awesome. All right,
All right,
guys.
cool.
See
All
you
right, Linda,
later.
we'll see you soon. Hey, I just want to remind everybody before we hit this break, Jason Lawhead's going to come up, and Jason will actually jump in and we'll talk a bunch of sports stuff as Jason helps us finish off the week that he's helped us start. Reminder to everybody, this weekend, if you're thinking about anything related to real estate, you want to look around, you want to go to some open houses, you want to see some listings, call our man, Gary Cooper, 858-376-1299. 858-376-1299. His website is mountaintrustrealty.com. Never make a move in real estate without first talking to Gary Cooper. He has helped literally thousands of great friends over the 20 plus years of our relationship, and he can help you too, even in these very tumultuous times. mountaintrustrealty.com, 858-376-1299 for Gary Cooper.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by Jackery Solar Generator. Explore further with Jackery Solar Generator.
Locally owned and operated, not some bland, uninspired, corporate, cookie cutter radio station crap. We simply say to those stations, Q. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Many are adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Hola, I'm JR Cardenas.
And I'm Vanessa Ramirez.
We're the hosts for Su Vida, where we showcase California restaurants, music,
art, culture, and so much more.
We would love to talk to you about featuring your business on our show.
Yes, and as an added bonus, you get to keep the professional video segment to repurpose and use on your website or social media channels.
Please click on the link below to get more information about how to put your business on Su Vida.
We hope to hear from you soon.
Great things can be achieved when a community comes together. Join Erica Cardenas on Doing More as she introduces you to ordinary people working side by side to confront tremendous challenges and make a positive impact in their community. Watch Doing More Sunday night at 6 on YourView or stream it online at yourview.com. Brought to you by Procopio, San Diego's largest law firm, committed to community, representing San Diegans for more than 75 years.
Many are adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
If you're going to count yourself as a fan of this radio station, you'll need to continuously ask yourself one basic question. Am I listening enough? Pro tip, wives are not a good source for input on this. This is the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by Jackery Solar Generator. Explore further with Jackery Solar Generator.
Muéstrame cómo va a manejar papi. ¿A dónde vas a ir?
On every mountain and valley you tread, through wind and rain, we're here with you. To shine a light when it gets dark, and to forge a path where it gets tough. Let Jackery Solar power all your hopes and dreams. Take you where you want to go, to the goals you chase, to the ones you love. Explore further with Jackery Solar. Jackery, 10 years on.
Many are adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to their homes. Our experience, plus our strong relationship with the city, makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
We listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com for your consultation.
Drivers are getting in accidents at a rate we've never seen before, jumping 18% since 2020. There are higher incidents of speeding and more aggressive driving since the pandemic began. Please slow down and drive safely. It can save a life.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.